you've been in the sex shop again,
I've got myself a little Usyk. I'm getting ready for when we fight in April 26th. In the meantime, he's going to get fucked.
And the trolling begins with Tyson the Gypsy King Fury with a doll with Oleksandr Usyk's face attached to it, and he is beginning. Now, I do have a question. Is it Tyson Fury's take that's saying that he's going to get effed based on his prediction that maybe Usyk will lose to Daniel Dubois? In the meantime, he's going to get effed. I mean, you can read that a lot of different ways. Like, well, maybe you're thinking that Daniel Dubois will do that to him. He didn't specifically say that, but, just reading between the lines, he feels now that Daniel Dubois will now put a whooping on Usyk, but he still has to fight Usyk next year because Turkey Al-Sheikh wants that fight. And for me personally, I'm totally against the fight because the trash talk, the build up, it means nothing to a fight that nobody really cares to see. Sure, Tyson Fury will go in there and he's trying to lure Oleksandr Usyk to the UK so he feels he can get home team or home school advantage based on the location, But remember, AJ went through that same shit at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and he came up short as well because he got his ass whooped by Usyk in the UK. So I don't see how that's going to help Tyson Fury either. If it won't work for AJ, what makes you think it's going to work for Tyson Fury? But nonetheless, I mean, it's still a fight that you don't really want to see because you're a two-time loser now, Tyson. You lost your WBC and you tried to get all of them back by default except for the IBF, and you came up short both times. The trash talk, I guess, is, the fight is for his own ego or his own mental headspace, but because nobody wants to see that fight. I don't care to see a third fight. Now, if Tyson would have beat Oleksandr Usyk, made it more challenging, it would have been different, but he didn't. He was in fact worse than he was the second go around than he was the first. So, him doing all the, pulling out all these the tricks and things of this nature and trying to get people interested in the fight. I'm not trying to hate on Tyson. I just don't see the relevance. In fact, I think it's an injustice because Tyson Fury has had a habit of coming back into the sport whenever the fuck he wanted to and do and have any fight that he wanted to fight, which is not fair to anybody that's fought the right way, that's defended, that's trained and took care of their body and sacrificed and, did the right steps to be where they are. And then Tyson just pops up and cuts in line in front of all these guys. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to the boxing. It's not fair to anybody. Tyson Fury lost, so he needs to get back behind the line. Wherever those sanctioning bodies thought to put him, that's where he should be, fighting one of those guys to climb up the ladder once again if he wants that type of fight, because he did nothing to justify his fight with Usyk, the trilogy. It was nothing that he did. So we go back to that, and I can't stress this enough because, Turkey Al-Sheikh, I don't know, maybe he's given Tyson Fury this opportunity just to shut him up. Like, okay, you think, coming to my country and you're not getting a fair shake in my country like it's something wrong with my country. How about I'll let him whoop your ass in the UK? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that may be his way of, okay, Tyson, if you feel that way and he whoops you again, what excuse would you have? So I just think that overall Tyson, has once again conned people into thinking that, hey, I really won those fights. And, nobody, that wasn't an injustice. None of that shit was an injustice. Tyson, you just didn't do enough. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But you guys tell me what you think of the beginning trolling that Tyson Fury is beginning to do. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!